June 23rd, 2017. Sludge City. You'll never find a more wretched hive of arrogance and headassery, unless you came to this same exact spot 3 years from now. Long gone. People, conversations, now grown and forgotten. But it's only been 3 years. Time flies when you're miserable. 20 some odd years on this rock, and nothing to show for it besides this footage. The friends, the memories, the moments seem to slip away right as I started to grasp their significance. I have a problem. I tend to stick to the walls and keep a low profile. Observe, record, repeat, speak to the plants and animals. I'll make friends with inanimate objects, all while trying to capture these expressions. Some of the people in this film don't speak to me anymore. Some of them never spoke to me. Some of them hate me. Some of the people in this movie are 6 feet under, long gone, forever trapped on this tape. But I think that's a microcosm of life. Sticks around forever. 2017, year of the shrimp. It's a wild time to be in Dallas. A foolishly optimistic tone. A good time to get rich. If you're white, a good time to stay indoors. Because there's a killer on the loose. It's right before the crime wave that's engulfed the city for the last 3 years. Before the various scenes started springing up. Before everyone was an artist. Before they took Deep Alamo Cliff and the Cedars. Before everyone started moving here. Before anyone cared. Before the police department became an army to the higher echelon of the populace. Before GAC really took hold of the city. And before our homeless crisis became an epidemic. Before the social and wealth gap became a canyon, before Trump, before the Great Divide, before Zuck, before Bezos, before Musk and Malone became household names. Like I said, a period now long forgotten in the rose-tinted rear view of our hippocampus. I took for granted, and I still do to this day. Rainy days remind me of you, and boy does Dallas have a lot of them. I take to a cafe with my friends to get my mind off the weather. This is Nat and Gene. Everyone in this flick is a cool cat, but I'll tell you these two are some of the coolest. Nat is studying to get his doctorate in psychology and he's brilliant. And Gene is an amazing journalist and also brilliant. We're having a smoke on a dreary night in Lower Greenville, chewing the fat, catching up like we do every few years. The night is young, and I begin to wonder if I'll ever be as cool as them. One would hope, right? I saw an article once that read, "You're the median of the 5 people you spend your most time with." But it's been a while. And these days I'm surrounded by junkies. So what does that make me? I'll have a flashback. And I gotta get over it on down. The next night it's still raining. We cruise in the mist in his old turbo diesel Benz. Digby and I are looking for something to do, just cruising exotica. The roads are slick, but it's not so bad. Deep Elm is lively as ever proto-gentrification, back when people could still play live music. But that's still ain't our bag. So we take in a game of pool, smoke some grass, have a Pabst, put an end to the night. Split up like a prison yard here, all according to their wealth or occupation. And it seems the farther south you go, the poorer the people get. Dallas is splayed like a cake with its layers, and the elite and wealthy on top, with everyone else finally keeping in their respective locations. The cycle of poverty is rampant here. I wonder if I'll ever work an office gig again. Maybe make some real money. Break the cycle. Make my family proud. Like these guys. So far that doesn't seem to be the case. But maybe that's not such a bad thing. They got my spot. They got theirs. But at least I can visit. Sometimes visiting is all you really need. Take a look at all the moving parts of the machine. It starts to make you become almost apathetic. So we stake out good looks by my house. We watch a woman flip a trick while some folks hit a rock next to her. Tripod on, keep it rolling, and watch some deals go down on another beautiful night in the city. To me, South Dallas is paradise. And at the end of the day, we're all the same. It's just looking to get our rocks off. I got a tip from John Gabbard about a gathering that happens once a year. It's arranged by a group known as the Rainbow Family. And they host this event in a secluded location and only give out the coordinates to family members who then go on and spread the word through social media. Now John is an interesting character. I mean, just take a look at him. Look at those feet. Now, when I first met him, he drove us to a liquor store during his homecoming after party on 3 Xans and a gullet full of alk. I'll never forget speeding down Trammell, going 90 miles per hour with a wasted teen behind the wheel of a 2-ton death machine. And I remember wondering if the billionaire knew that this was the kind of debauchery that went down on the street named after him. But I digress. John lets me know that our mutual friend Olivia and her friend Kaylee are headed north to Oregon to go participate in the Rainbow Gathering. With my relationship in shambles and the thoughts of calling it quits clinging to the back of my cerebellum, I decided to head with the pair to John Day, Oregon, and write an article about the gathering. I didn't know it at the time, but this weekend getaway would end up escalating.